Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a fight record of 6 wins and 3 losses. He fights out of Mighty Warriors, Josiah Obasi. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a fight record of 9 wins and 3 losses. He fights out of Mayhem MMA, Johan Pfahl.
Referee Brad Block ready to kick off this light heavyweight clash. Josiah Obasi, Johan Pfahl. Both of these guys super cool, calm and collected. Touch of the gloves, here we go.
Pfahl coming in with that big overhand right, see if he can set up a takedown with it, but turning in is Josiah. Got the heel on the fence as Johan. See if he can initiate some kind of trip sequence as well. Nice sprawl from Johan. Josiah's going to try and work round down the side now. Both switching rounds with their right legs, are playing a bit of a dance in terms of both looking for the trip. Now it's Johan has turned his opponent around. Josiah's going to start hunting for that underhook. He gets it. Now he's going to try and clasp up. He's got the seatbelt position, but Johan's just driving that knee in with that right shoulder as well. Josiah's going to turn him around here. This is nice work, both guys. This is very debilitating clinch work, but beautiful technically, Cameron, in terms of what we're seeing. Both guys are doing all the right thing. It's so even. Both looking for the trip, both turning each other in, both driving their shoulders through, doing everything really right, but so evil in terms of equilibrium. Getting a nice right leg now is Johan, but really well done, but Josiah to get out of it. So impressed technically in terms of this clinch work.
Definitely, Johan Pfahl making his intentions clear from the start. He almost immediately tried to clinch up and try and take him down, where I do think Josiah Obasi's advantage will be on the feet. So I do not understand how some of these guys will keep clinch exchanges if they know their advantage is on the feet. Try and create more space. Do not actively participate in that clinch exchange. Rather create frames, push a head away. Oh, beautiful tie-up by Johan Pfahl.
Oh, nice shots coming in. Did so well. The process for that takedown was slow and methodical. Momentum, strength, and patience from Johan Pfahl. And now he's, oh, I thought he's got full mount. I thought he's passing. Now he's inside, nice and half. Really nice work from Johan Pfahl. He's got the knee on belly. He's going to see if he can insinuate that right leg over. Turning around to his side as Josiah. Nice big rights. And now he's trying to get around his neck. Is Johan Pfahl. Nice big shots. Now he's happy just to rain down. He's posturing up nicely. Thinks twice about going around the back. Josiah's going to give them up. Just sinking it in. This is very nice and methodical work by Johan Pfahl. Moving from the threatening the back attack and staying inside. It's almost like a standing half guard.
Almost seeing the frustration on Josiah Obasi's face, just like he really does not want to be
shots.
Here. To 10 seconds left.
Oh, big shots coming in now from Johan Pfahl. Obasi's trying to cover up.
Just doing enough to weather the storm.
He heard the clappers. His thing is going to see it through, and he does. Great work from Johan Pfahl. Obasi survives the first. Very competitive round. Very good work from Johan Pfahl. Going to the second, like you said, Josiah Obasi is going to, if he's got the better stand-up game, he's going to try and keep it working on the feet and defend the takedown. The clinch work was great. Well, I think he defended very, very well, but there was a slow, patient, methodical usage of his weight and strength from Johan that got his opponent down. And once he got him down, it was very difficult for Josiah to really escape from anywhere. There he was, full mounted. Referee Brad Block warning Josiah to try and defend himself, and he did. He scrambled nicely, but only really gave up his back. There wasn't much defense here. Johan was really just teeing off on him. A beautiful display of ground and pound, threatening the back attack, but kneeling inside and in half, moving around and just waiting for Josiah Obasi to make the kind of mistake and give up his neck, but to be fair, he didn't. And Obasi is able to come out after surviving that incredible first round and coming into the second.
Start of the second round here. Josiah Obasi is going to want to keep this standing, not replicate the first round at all. And it looks like he's doing a better job at exactly that.
Bit of a shin guard adjustment for Johan. Josiah's now controlling the pace.
Keeping his distance as well.
Yeah, I thought, and you were saying that as a camera, they clinched up.
Yeah.
And I thought Josiah might actually keep the distance, and now going back down is exactly what he didn't want to do. You know, you and I expected him to come into the second round and keep the distance and not clinch up.
Yeah. Beautiful reversal, much more urgency here from Obasi, but again, just losing that position.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to reverse really nicely, but Johan Pfahl knew exactly where his opponent was going. Very high up here.
Beautiful scramble here.
Lovely scramble. It's Obasi now on top. Looking for the sweep is Johan, but nice and patient and very heavy on top of him is Obasi to prevent that. Oh, now
Going
he's in
into
full
that
mount.
mount.
Really nicely done by Obasi.
Beautiful scrambles. Really recovering from a pretty bad position over there, and now he's almost in the perfect position. But Johan just relentless in that scramble.
So well done to get back up to his feet and now be around the side, getting him the right-hand side of Josiah Obasi. Now they're getting back up to their feet. Are we going to get a back trip? We're going to sweep him behind from Johan. There he's getting the left leg around the right of Obasi to see if he can pull him down. Obasi moves the right way round, but Johan still staying on the right-hand side like a limpet mine. Not letting him go where he wants. And he's going to dictate the clinch work as Johan Pfahl. Obasi thinking about turning in. Some nice knees to the
Big
thigh.
knees.
He felt that.
Yeah, definitely. You could see him immediately move, targeting that knee. Oh. Josiah Obasi is going to want to turn his back off that cage, immediately pushing that elbow into, using that elbow almost as a frame to push Johan Pfahl into that cage and then turn that leg. Beautiful, turning the leg. Now he needs to drop his base, get his head under Johan Pfahl's head. Oh, but Johan Pfahl is just relentless in those takedowns and those trips.
He did really well, didn't he? Very patient, very methodical, looking for the reverse though. It's Josiah, like you asked for at the beginning of the second round, a lot more active off his back as Obasi. That's the results that you get for never giving up. Really nice sweep, a lot of power and strength in that as well. This round's certainly been a back and forth affair. Highly competitive matchmaking at Versus Fight Night 5. Very difficult to pick a winner in that second round, Cam.
Definitely. You saw a lot of damage from Johan, and you saw a lot of control time. You saw those knees. Those knees were actually very impressive, especially from, again, someone like Josiah Obasi, who showed a lot of dominance in his previous fights in that clinch exchanges. But I think it's that wrist control of Johan that is really paying dividends. He continues to flatten out Josiah, and then he can keep that top control. I would love, love, love to see, after keeping top control, create space with your hands so that you can throw a shot.
Yeah.
From Obasi's side, I would love to see him just move a little bit in and out more like a K1 type style of fighting. Just throw, move out, throw, move out. With that size and that power, it will pay dividends eventually. It will land, but to not swarm, to not rush, because the moment you rush, you go into those clinch or takedown exchanges, and then you're back where you were in round 1 and 2.
Regardless, once it went to the ground, perhaps I was being a bit disingenuous and too dismissive of Obasi's ground game, because he had some nice reversals when he went down there, but you and I were completely agreeing. But use that range, use that distance, and use your power to keep it on the back foot and don't clinch up. What we're going to see in the third, because both these fighters are keeping me second guessing myself. Great show. Both guys exchanged two rights.
Johan looking like the tired of the two. Obasi looks a little bit frustrated.
Oh, nice right from Josiah. Free hand as well, just eats it very nicely. A good sprawl from Josiah. in reply. Just driving that right shoulder through as Johan. He's got his both. He's got the doubles clinched up. He's just got a single.
I like what Josiah is doing here, keeping that foot off the floor so he can't build a base. I would just love for him to explode more while doing that.
Yeah, he had the ankle pick, didn't he? Was preventing Johan coming in. But now he let go of it. Now he's just defending in a seated position. But you're asking in that second round, Cammy, just if you're going to frame up for Johan and just get some shots off and start causing a bit of damage. He's looking to see if he can get it underneath the neck, but no.
Chasing that clear submission. I would love for him to throw a few punches in between going for that submission exchange.
Yeah, I mean, that left hook there is just asking for it, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Here, create space and throw.
But perhaps he wants a spectacular submission finish. You know, perhaps he's training for a no-gi tournament, and the cage time is golden, particularly on this platform. You know, and perhaps there's a wager somewhere saying, I'm going to take a rear naked choke from this guy in the third round, and there's a couple of $1,000 on it. Who knows?
100%.
You know.
And all I know is if I was a coach, I would be screaming at this stage.
Left hook, left hook, left hook.
hook.
Yeah, but it's the nice best position for Johan Pfahl, and that's perhaps what it is. Just wants to work and just improve his position. He's quite high up here now. Just got really one left hook in with his left foot in now, but so that's the position. Now he's getting those shots off. Some power kites come down. Oh, some big shots now from Johan Pfahl.
Landed.
Obasi just covered up.
And it's all over. Johan Pfahl gets the TKO finish over Josiah Obasi.
Very calm and patient work from Johan Pfahl. It's all right for us screaming here for action, but he knew exactly what to do. He came into that third round seemingly with a bit more of a clearer game plan than he did in the first two. But I think he knew in that second round that he'd probably have the better of the opponent on the ground. Perhaps he saw that in the first and knew, if I'm going to beat this guy that's down there, I don't want anything to do with the stand-up for this kid. I'm going to take him down and see if I can ground him down. And instead of laying himself vulnerable by bringing in those hooks and bringing about a ground and pound, let me get into the position I really want to be in. You know, and perhaps that wager was there. There I was asking he's going to submit it, but ended up finishing by ground and pound with a very impressive barrage of shots that caused the referee stoppage. Good work from Brad Luck. Let's talk us through the action replay, Cammy, because it was an action-packed fight, but the finish was pretty much here. Yeah,
definitely. Johan Pfahl just being very patient. A lot of these finishes coming in the third round, and you see these guys being patient in their methods. You could see Johan having a lot of opportunity to land strikes, but it's only at the end, only in the third round, only when both of them were tired, where he really tried to tee off on Josiah. Could he have done that earlier? I do think so, especially with that wrist control he had so successfully during the fight. But now he got it done in the third, and that's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has called a stop to this bout 2 minutes and 8 seconds into round 3, declaring your winner via TKO from the red corner, Johan Pfahl.